Today we are going to set up a live wallpaper in Windows 11. It can also work with Windows 10, Windows 8.1, 8 and 7. Who uses 7 anyway? I will try installing in Windows Vista and XP, and I will update you in the comment region how that will go. A live wallpaper will make a video or a motion graphics to be a background of the desktop. So in this method, we are going to install an application which is totally free, and it's an open source, so we can even get the source code. So Windows has a built-in background settings which limits you to only 3 options. So you click on the background, you have a picture mode. You can set a picture or an image, that is a photo, as a background. We can set a solid color, that is a plain color, as a background. We can also set up a slideshow where you set several images which will keep alternating as the wallpaper. So I find this quite boring because you just have to deal with still images, and maybe I would want to make my background look slightly more lively. Now let's set up a live wallpaper. So all you have to do is install an application called Lively Wallpaper. It's a free open source software, and you can find it in the store Microsoft, and I'll put the link in the description box, and it will take us to a download page. Click on this button, Get Install App. Click on it, then there will be this pop-up which will prompt you to open Microsoft Store. So you click on it and the store will pop up. So this is the software you want to install, Lively Wallpaper. Click on install. It will show you the progress of the download. So depending on the speed of your internet, this might take quite some time. Now that we are done downloading and installing the application, let's click on open and see what it brings on the table. Now let me resize it so that we will see what we are working with, or we see the changes in real time. So this is the interface that you are going to work with to modify various aspects of your wallpaper. On this top ribbon, we have library. This is where all your wallpapers will be. Then we have gallery, which I think is still under development, but I'm guessing this is where maybe if you want to get additional wallpapers, you might come here to either shop or get them for free. We have add wallpapers. In case I want to add my own custom made wallpapers, I'll click on this icon, and on active wallpapers tab, this is where you will see all the active wallpapers in your background, and you can change them if you want to, or you can just close them. And then we have this speaker button. This will come in handy if the live wallpaper you have has a sound in it and you'd like to mute it. So this is where you do the muting. So we have this gear icon. This is the settings, where you are going to control various aspects of your wallpapers and the software itself. So we have general, performance, we have wallpaper, and the system. So to apply a live wallpaper, you just click any of this. For example, the first one, if I click on it, so it will automatically be applied. You can as well change the appearance and other attributes by clicking on these 3 dots. Here you have several options, and if we click on customize, there's several things you can actually change. For example, the saturation. We might decide to desaturate or extra saturate it. We can add or remove hue. The brightness, maybe you want it to look a little bit darker, or maybe add some more light. Contrast, and the speed of the waves. And if the wallpaper has sound, we can mute it from this point. And also we can decide to reset all the settings we've made by clicking on restore to default. So there are some interactive wallpapers like this one. which will give you this awesome effects which will follow the cursor. So when you move the cursor, you get this effect, and if you do nothing, it will fade away and completely disappear. So if you move the cursor again, it will come back and have this quite a nice effect. Or you can have this one, which will only interact when you click and drag something. When you click and drag, that's when you have this effect. Otherwise, it won't follow the mouse. Or this one, it's a periodic table, and it will follow your cursor. So it's a very nice one. So this time, let's try to close Interactive wallpaper. Like we said, you click on active wallpapers, and around this point you can hit close, and your wallpaper will just disappear. So this time, let's try to put a video as our wallpaper. Just click on add wallpapers, then this window will pop up. You can drag and drop a file here. We can use a file picker by clicking on browse, and it will take us to File Explorer, where we are going to pick our file. Once we select our file, it will bring this window, which we can change the title of our wallpaper, add a description, an author, and a website. We hit on OK. It will load and automatically make that video our wallpaper. You can actually see it's working. And again, we can change so many aspects. If we click on customize, we can change the saturation, we can change the speed, and again we can reset our settings back to a default, and also muting. So the third method of putting a wallpaper is very interesting. You can actually put a URL on this window, and this will put the web page to that URL as your desktop background. You can actually interact with the web page while it's still acting as your wallpaper. If this is not cool, I don't know what is. So let's look for example, YouTube. Let's say YouTube. We hit on this arrow, it will load the page, and you'll see a preview here. So if we click on OK, it will load that web page as our desktop wallpaper. So that's it, and you can actually interact with the web page from this point. If I keep hovering, you can see it's just playing. So if I decide to click on any of this video, they will definitely play. I hope this was an interesting tutorial. Thanks for watching up to the end. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and as usual, see you in the next one.